There are times in life when we try to hold everything together with our own hands. Our relationships, our mistakes, our broken dreams, our pain. We convince ourselves that if we just try harder, think smarter, or work longer, somehow we can fix what's fallen apart. But the truth is, some things are not meant for you to fix. Some things can only be healed. And healing doesn't come through striving, it comes through surrender. You see, the human heart was never designed to carry the weight of trying to fix everything. That's God's job. We were made to trust, not to control. Yet, when something breaks, a friendship, a marriage, a dream, our first instinct is to grab the pieces and start gluing them back together. We rush to mend what's shattered, even if it cuts our hands in the process. But here's the truth: when you try to fix what only God can heal, you end up exhausted, anxious, and even more broken. The more you try to control it, the further peace slips from your grasp. God is saying to someone right now, stop trying to fix it. Let me heal you. Healing doesn't start when the situation changes. It starts when your heart surrenders. Maybe you've been praying for God to fix the problem, but He's been waiting for you to release it. You can't receive His healing while still holding on to your own plan. Sometimes the hardest prayer to pray is, Lord, I can't fix this, but you can. That's where real healing begins. Because when you surrender, you're not giving up, you're giving it over. You're saying, God, I trust you more than I trust my own understanding. And that's the moment heaven starts moving. God doesn't need your help to restore what's broken. He needs your heart to trust Him in the process. When you hand over the situation, He begins to work in ways you can't see. You may not notice it immediately. The healing might be quiet, slow, even invisible at first, but over time you'll see His fingerprints all over your story. He can take what was meant to destroy you and turn it into something that defines you with strength, grace, and peace. But that only happens when you let go of the need to control. There's a difference between fixing and healing. Fixing is external. It focuses on changing what's visible. Healing is internal. It transforms what's within. You can fix a situation, but still carry the pain in your heart. God doesn't just want to fix your circumstances. He wants to heal your soul. He wants to reach into the parts of you that no one else sees. The fears you hide, the doubts you suppress, the disappointments you never speak of. His goal isn't just to make things better. His goal is to make you whole. Sometimes the reason God doesn't fix something right away is because He's healing something deeper. Maybe He's using that broken relationship to teach you identity and worth. Maybe He's using that setback to teach you faith and patience. Maybe He's allowing the silence so that you'll finally learn to hear His voice above all others. What feels like delay is often God's way of doing surgery on your heart. You can't rush healing. Just as a wound takes time to close, your soul takes time to mend, and every moment you spend in surrender allows His love to work like medicine. You might be in a place where you're saying, God, I've tried everything. Nothing works. Maybe that's exactly where He wanted you, at the end of yourself. Because when you stop relying on your strength, you make room for His power. When you stop trying to fix what's beyond your control, you finally give Him the space to perform a miracle. Remember this: God doesn't fix things halfway. When He heals, He restores. When He restores, He redeems. And when He redeems, He makes it better than before. Some of you are holding on to something that's hurting you. A memory, a mistake, a loss. Thinking if you just try harder, you can fix it. But healing can't happen while you're still clinging to the pain. You have to lay it at His feet. You have to trust that He knows what to do with it. Every scar tells a story, and if you let God write it, that story will point to His glory. So stop striving, stop fixing, stop analyzing. Let go of the pressure to make sense of everything. Sometimes peace doesn't come from having answers. It comes from having faith. God is not asking you to understand the process. He's asking you to trust His heart, whatever it is. That wound, that person, that disappointment. It's time to release it. You've carried it long enough. You've cried over it long enough. Let Him take it. Let Him heal it. Because once you stop trying to fix it and start letting Him heal you, you'll realize that what broke you was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to bring you closer to the One who can make you whole again.